Hi guys, it's Tracy with TR's Tarot Talk 1111. Guess what? Today I'm going to try to do a pick a card reading. And I'm going to title this, Am I on the Right Path? This could apply in romance or just anything that's on your heart and mind. I did throw a couple romance cards in there. So it's a bonus if you're not asking about romance. And it might apply to whatever you are asking about. So, if you like my channel, please subscribe if you're new and hit the like button. I want to remind you guys, I got a lot of viewers that aren't hitting the like button. And share, please share. I'm trying to grow the channel to at least 1,000 so that I can get it up and running properly with YouTube. And I'm going to be doing some new stuff to try and make it more exciting. And I really enjoy this. This is my little room. I kind of trashed it, but, you know, this is important to me. Helping you guys is important to me. Because in helping you, I help myself too. So, hit the like, hit the share, hit the comments, hit the bell, all of that happy stuff. And let's get busy. I'd like you guys to take a moment. Just take a moment. Take a look at these piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Okay? And this is my first time doing this, that hopefully it won't mess up. So, I'm going to just read all 3 piles without stopping the camera because that mucks it up. And then I'm going to go back and timestamp it. Okay? So, choose your cards. What I do when I choose my cards is I kind of close my eyes and I imagine all 3 decks or piles, and I ask Spirit to put a glow around the edges of one when I open my eyes. And then I open my eyes and I just naturally see a little aura or a glow or something that catches my eye. So give it a try. Let's see. Are you on the right path? Let's find out. For those of you who picked pile number 1, let's get busy. Okay. Sorry about the daily vibe the other day being in 2 parts, but somebody hit a pole out front. Our weather's been really bad. We got a lot of snow and ice. And somebody hit a pole and knocked out my internet, and my husband came upstairs to ask me if it messed up my video, which it hadn't, but then he did by accident. So it had to come up in 2 parts. All right, so let's get on with business. Am I on the right path? Am I on the right path, Spirit? 10 of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met, trustworthy relationships. Ooh, that's sounding pretty good so far. 10 of Cups, that's beautiful, guys. That's like emotional contentment. It's all about relationships, and it's your community. You know, when you have your tribe around, or when you're in your good place, when you're emotionally satisfied. So this is beautiful. It looks really good so far. So this next card, I did 2 tarot cards, and the rest are just oracle cards. So I'm asking specifically, am I on the right path? And then the next tarot card is your block. Okay, so we're setting our intentions that there's 2 tarot. The first one is pretty much the answer to your question. The second one is what's blocking you. Okay, and then the next is all going to be advice on your journey. So we have the 2 of Swords. This kind of feels like you might be choosing between a partnership. You might have 2 different people, or 2 different instances, or 2 different jobs, 2 different friends, 2 different vacations choices. Either way you look at it, you're kind of in a conundrum right now. It's like, in this card, you've got your hand... Oops. This guy looks stuck between a rock and a hard place, pretty much. It looks like if he drops his hands, it'll go on his head, and if he drops his feet, it'll land on his butt. which doesn't mean that you're on the wrong path. It's just indecision. It's like, what do I do? I kind of put myself in a position of not knowing what's down there, what's in the abyss. Once I get out from above the clouds, what will I see? So it's the energy of not knowing because you have no clarity. All right, but you got the 10 of water. That's really, really good. So maybe you need to just make a choice. Trust your instincts. Ask Spirit for a sign. You know, I never used to do that, and I do that now, and it's really cool how it shows up. I was very specific with one question. I was like, I want to see a woman in a really, like, fancy, bright purple hat. And I didn't see one. I saw 3 in a day. And how often do you see a woman in a bright, purpley hat? And one was on a card. I was doing a reading, and it showed up. And then twice in reality, a woman, 2 women. So ask Spirit for a sign to help guide you to make it easier for you to make this choice. You need clarity. Ask questions. Do your research. Because the 10 of water is a big deal, guys. It's winner, chicken dinner. So I think you might be the only thing keeping yourself from achieving what it is that you think you're on your path for in the first place. Sometimes we just have to trust. All right, up next. Now these oracle cards are to help guide you on this journey, on this pathway that you've chosen. Okay, this is the Black Swan. It's Grace, and these cards are beautiful. I hope you don't mind me reading just a little bit from the books. I won't read the whole thing, but they're beautiful, beautiful cards. They're called Animal Dreaming Oracle Cards by Scott Alexander King. So this is the Black Swan. It's a 6, guys. 6 is all about foundations. It's about equal reciprocity, balance. So the Black Swan. Everyone knows the tale of the ugly duckling, a child's fable about an abandoned hatchling forced to endure ridicule and rejection, but who ultimately overcame adversity to become a beautiful swan. The parable demonstrates that until you can look inside and find the innate beauty that resides there, you cannot expect anybody else to see your beauty. When you look in the mirror and see infinite beauty looking back, however, others will also recognize true beauty on all levels when they look at you. So, and there's a lot here. I could read on and on and on, but basically what this card is telling me is that you can't love anybody else without loving yourself first. You've got to be able to look in the mirror and like what you see. You've got to be proud of who you are. You've got to go within and do the shadow work. You notice this is the Black Swan. You know, it's black because it's been through some shit. And it's had to dive below the waters, go deeper in order to heal and release the shadow side. The shadow side. We have to learn to love our shadow side. Yes, we can be judgmental. Yes, we can be off-center. We can speak harsh words. We can get caught up in the drama of a moment. But when you become enlightened, or when you're actually on the path that you're meant to be on, when those things come up, you just kind of take a breath and you go, oh, where did that come from? And then you, in my mind, I always say cancel, cancel, and then I try to replace my thought or my words with something more balanced and more centered. And of course, I'm really good at apologizing when I need to, because my shadow side is being worked on. Let's just say that. So this card represents loving yourself, guys. Maybe the reason why you're having a hard time choosing this 10 of Cups, which is a beautiful pathway to be on, could be because you don't have confidence in yourself or your ability to pursue your dreams without throwing up roadblocks due to inner work that you haven't done. So take a moment, do a meditation, go within, ask Spirit to show you the truth no matter what the cost. And then ask for signs. And you'll get your signs. And if you know, when I got obsessed about a question in my head, I went to YouTube and must have watched 50 different tarot readers. I'm here to tell you, once you do that, Spirit's going to give up on giving you messages. So go with the first couple videos that you watch and then let it go. Once you feel like something's really resonating and you got the answer you needed, then let it go. Don't keep going from video to video to video, because then Spirit's just like, you know, hey, I gave you an answer. Now you're butting in on other people's readings, messages. Okay? So just after you know, if you're still in the Two of Swords energy and you still just don't know, it's okay to go watch other videos. But when you know, like in your heart and soul, you've gotten the message, it resonated with you, Spirit told you, gave you the answer you asked, and still you don't trust, it's time to release. Go plant a garden, go meditate, go take a bath, you know, go grocery shopping, make lists, do things to distract yourself, because really, we are our biggest blocks, okay? And indecisiveness can really cripple you. So let's move on to the next card. Practice moderation. Okay, so this schizophrenia card, it is the Two of Swords, but it's also an oracle card, and it says schizophrenia. So it could be that some of you watching that picked pile number 1, there might be an imbalance someplace in your physical body or your mental practices. See, I saw the word practice and had to say it. I don't know. But anyhow, so moderation. If you're overeating or you're over drinking or you're over anything because you're caught up in your head and you're feeling doubts and fears and anxiety, just breathe, okay? And try to be kind to yourself, because the swan says to love yourself. So if you're over imbibing in any kind of behaviors, whether it's, you know, addictions or codependence or anything you do, I feel like somebody watching this has been watching like YouTube video after video after video after video. And Spirit, just for a couple of you, this isn't for everybody, but Spirit's saying, you know, practice moderation. When you ask too much, it just does more of this. You become more chaotic, more unclear, more cloudy, and more schizophrenic. Okay? So try to get your answer. And if you're still on the line and you don't have your answer, you need to go within and stop going without on the outside, because the answers you seek lie within you. Okay? So practice moderation for whoever needed to hear that. Moving on, accepting what is. I accept and embrace my inner majesty. Look how beautiful that big white rose is. Okay, so, I mean, literally, this doesn't need explaining. You know, it's like, sometimes if you just are stuck and you cannot move forward, it might be because you don't have the faith in your heart that you need to understand what your true path is. And, you know, the Ten of Cups being your very first card tells me that you're trying so desperately to manifest this abundance of love and emotions and relationships and partnerships, and this can resonate anywhere. But the thing is, sometimes once you get your answer, you have to accept that it is what it is and get out of your head. Okay? And when you do that, your abundance is just going to come to you naturally. All right, so what's next? Steady progress. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So this is beautiful, guys. It's trusting the process, trusting that every step you take with good intentions is leading you closer and closer to your Ten of Cups. You're definitely on the right track. So I'm hearing stay the course. You're making steady progress. Don't be impatient. Be kind to yourself. Accept whatever is. You know, it's like que sera, sera. Practice moderation. Stop overdoing it. Stop overthinking it. Stop overanalyzing it. Okay, go within. Your answer to your question truly does lie within your shadow side. So embrace your ugly duckling because it's actually a very beautiful swan. So for the romance, what do we need for the romance? Worth waiting for. And it doesn't have to be romance, guys. It can work into whatever you're asking. Am I on the right path? It's worth waiting for. See, steady progress. Accepting what is. Moderation. I feel like this is a beautiful pathway you're on, but you're healing in the process. So there's things you're working on while you're doing it. It says divine timing is at work in your love life, but you could literally say divine timing is working in your life too. So if you came to my channel and did the pick a card or pick a pile, does not mean because it says love that it has to be love. This is whatever is on your heart and mind. But pile 1, you guys are doing beautiful. You're absolutely doing beautiful. You know, just keep going within and try to heal the brokenness that's your block, because this is your block. Okay, I ask Spirit for your block. And if it would have been a beautiful card too, then that would mean you don't have a block. Okay, so yes, you're on the right path. Yes, it's worth waiting for. Yes, you're making steady progress. Yes, please be willing to accept the gift when you get it. And accept the situation for what it is. Practice moderation. I feel like there's an imbalance going on because this is a balancing card. It's a number 6. Okay? So, go within, heal your ugly duckling, and bring out your beautiful swan that everybody sees but you. Okay? So thank you. That's card pile number 1. I hope I helped. I hope you guys are on the best and highest path for you. And I just know you are, so it's okay. So we're going to take a small pause and just talk about readings for a moment so that people can kind of get in their groove and we can timestamp this. I want to let you guys know that I am starting a new life for me and my 9-year-old son. We're going to get our own place. We're going to prosper. And I'm so grateful to finally get the new life that I've been praying for and asking for. So I'm going to be available for readings because I would like to make money to pay for our new place. And at least, you know, I'd like to buy a trailer. And there's one here that's just a couple $1,000s. It's a fixer-upper. But if you guys really, truly appreciate what I do for you and you have questions that you think I can help you with, please look below in the description box for a way that you can either give me a love donation as an exchange of energy, or you can purchase a reading from me. And there are several different platforms that I'm willing to work with you on in order to get it. Okay, so that being said, we're going to go on to pile number 2 now. Pile number 2, am I on the right path? Am I on the right path? Spirit, are we on the right path? King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. This is advice from someone creative. This is a very creative card. Okay, so if you're trying to build something or create something or manifest something, then this looks really good. I will be, I don't know how I got this backward. There it is. Anyhow, there will be, the next card is another tarot card to see what your blocks are. But this looks really good. King of Fire is passionate. He's creative. He's grounded. He's fiery. I feel like whatever path, the people that chose pile number 2, whatever path you're on, you're very passionate about it. It's a dream. It's something that you've been wanting to create for a very long time. Whether it's a relationship in your life or it's an endeavor or a new project. But I really feel like the inspiration is there. Okay? But I'm going to look at the rest of these cards before I make a determination. Because this is one of those cards that can kind of go both ways. Alright? So let's see, what is your block? Your block is just timing. That's all it is. This is the patient. This is the seven of, I want to say Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, right? Yeah, it's reassessing. It's, in most tarot decks, it shows a bush with pentacles all over it, and it shows a gardener standing there assessing what he's grown and asking himself, you know, have I taken care of this? Have I nurtured this? Are my pentacles growing in the direction I want them to grow in? Should I continue? I mean, what would you be thinking if you're looking at your bush full of pentacles? You're thinking, is it time to reap my harvest? Should I prune anything? Is there anything I can do in order? Should I fertilize? Should I pray over it? You know, it's a time of reflection and assessment. It is looking at the bigger picture and trying to figure out exactly what it is that you need to do in order to get it going on. So this is what I'm feeling from this. I'm feeling that you are on the right path and you're very passionate about it, but you're a little impatient, okay? Passion, when you're passionate about something, that's action, that's movement, that's fire energy. That's that fire in your belly that makes you want to run toward, however you pronounce it, run toward what you're dreaming about, what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to do. So your biggest advice from Spirit is to stay the course, manifest with that passion, but have patience and assessment. You need to look at what you're doing and tweak. I'm hearing make some adjustments, make a few tweaks. And then everything that you're trying to accomplish is going to start moving for you. Okay, but this is the waxing and waning of the sun, or the moon, I'm sorry. And this is pure potential. I mean, this woman is obviously pregnant. That means there have been seeds planted in the past, and they're just coming into fruition. But they had to be nurtured. They had to be organized and tweaked and refined. That's what I'm hearing, refined. So you're definitely on the right path. Use your creative flow. Use that fire in your belly. But remember to balance, because when you get the Seven of Pentacles, it's okay. Now it's time to look at, you've done really well on your journey, but it's time to look at your bush, or time to look at your potential, the baby that you planted or inseminated, and it's growing in this beautiful, beautiful divine timing. Okay, so let's move on. Next we have the Tasmanian Devil. This is purification. I read this once before, but this is a new deck. I'm going to look it up for you. I hope you don't mind. Some people don't like when you read from the book. This is super long. I'm not reading all this, but I'll sum it up for you. Okay, it's the Tasmanian Devil. And these are the Animal Dreaming Oracle cards by Scott Alexander King. So the Tasmanian Devil is all about purification. And it's a 6. We're getting a lot of 6s today in these readings. The number 1 had a 6 too. So it's a time for balance, and this new moon energy probably is helping with that. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you click on it, it doesn't matter if it's today, tomorrow, next week, 4 years from now. However, for those of you watching, if this is in the future sometime, we just had a huge, huge energetic shift underneath this moon, January 20th, I believe it started. It was a full moon, blood moon, wolf moon, with a full lunar eclipse. And let me tell you, it was powerful. And I hope you guys got a lot done during that time, because it was a time for manifesting, still is, for all of 2019. Sorry about all the noises downstairs. I have parrots, and they make so much noise. And then my 9-year-old chimes in too. Okay, so the generic name of the Tasmanian Devil means flesh lover, indicating its carnivorous dietary preference, Meat is what nourishes the Tasmanian devil. It instinctively knows that meat is the only fare that will supply it with the strength and endurance to fulfill its duties to Mother Earth. Choosing the life of the humble yet cantankerous recluse, however, the Tasmanian devil is a shy creature that prefers to feed on carrion and roadkill rather than relying on its skills as a capable hunter. Thus, the Tasmanian devil is seen as the cleaner, the one whose responsibility it is to ensure that the deceased are returned to Mother Earth as efficiently as possible, minimizing the risk of putrefaction and contamination of the land and waterways. If the Tasmanian devil has skulked his way into your cards today, you're being prompted to purify some aspect of your life. The cleansing process personified by the appearance of the Tasmanian devil can be as tender and as healing as you intend, or equally as gruesome and devastating. It all depends on how it is approached and whether or not it is handled in a sacred manner. To remove all that is stagnant from your life is to realize the fertility that comes with release, liberation, and freedom. It is to strengthen your foundations. There's foundations. And to nourish your desire to expand. So yeah, it's purging, guys. I mean, the Tasmanian devil, he is purifying the earth. When, when something dies, he's the cleaner. He comes in and cleans up the mess. So if you guys have made a mess or done something, or perhaps you just need to go within and do some inner purification, maybe your home needs cleaned. Maybe your life is chaotic. Maybe your thoughts are chaotic. But for whatever reason, there's a purification that needs to happen. You need to clean up it. I'm hearing clean up your mess, whether it's internal or external. It's part of this Seven of Pentacles. It's, assessing what your blocks are, assessing what's standing in your way. Is it fear? Is it, I'm hearing fear. I mean, I could throw several things out there, but I think you need to hear that fear is what's holding you back. You need to go within and heal the inner child and look without you, because some of you have got a real mess around you that needs to be purified. Maybe you're in a bad relationship, or maybe you're in a bad job, or, whatever it is. I'm hearing clean up your mess. Clean up your mess, because you've got the desire. Now you just need the means, and the means will come once you remove your blocks. Okay. Let's move on. Yeah, look. Purification, toxic relationships. So for some of you, this is really a message of cleaning up your life. Take a look at who you've aligned yourself with, and do they vibrate in the same space that you do? Are you able to survive the toxicity of the atmosphere? And if you're not, I mean, there's only so much sage in intention work that you can do to clear out toxicity. Eventually, you just have to move. You've got to just move. Release, heal, cut away, take away whatever. Just release to the universe all of those people and situations in your life that are holding you back. They're just holding you back. You got to take a look. Take a look at what you've created. Take a look at what you planted. Maybe you created those relationships that are toxic, because whatever's going on within you will be reflected outside of you. So if there's chaos on the inside, there'll be chaos on the outside. And that could be what's making it take so long to come into inception here. So long for this baby to be born. Because you got to work on releasing and purifying things in your life that are stagnant and toxic and not serving your highest and best good. Okay? Your next card up is believing in magic. This is beautiful, guys. This is important. If you believe in magic, magic is real. What is that saying? If you believe, whether you believe you're right or wrong, you're right. Is that right? Anyhow, it doesn't matter what you believe, you're right, basically. Because if you believe in it, it's part of your belief system, then you're going to manifest it. It's just the way it is. So you have to tell yourself, this is your mantra, pile number 2 for the week. True magic is abounding in my life. True magic is abounding in my life. The magic I seek is now seeking me. The money I seek is now seeking me. The life I seek is now seeking me. The new job I seek is now seeking me. Mantras really, really, really help. Trust me. Trust me. Even if you don't feel inside like it's doing anything, say it often. And you can replace the blank with anything you want. Mine is, the love I am seeking is, I am God, I can't talk today. I am grateful that the love I seek is now seeking me. Okay, on now. Giving and receiving. There's balance, guys, okay? Some of you I'm hearing are in relationships where there is no equal give and take. There is no reciprocity. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be with a friend. It could be with a coworker or an employer. It could be with a sibling or a parent or a child. But I'm hearing that there's an imbalance, that there's not an equal give and take of love and really everything. I mean, whether it's kindness, ideas. When you partner with somebody, there has to be equal contribution or it's out of balance. And we have, as humans, we tend to like to give to people, most of us. And so when the giving is all that's happening and you're not loving yourself and allowing yourself to receive in an equal manner, then we become imbalanced and it mirrors out into our outer world. Okay? So this is giving and receiving. Look how beautiful. You see there's a parrot. That's a lory. I like those birds. They're beautiful. Rainbow lory. And then there's a kangaroo that has a little joey in its pouch. And the angel is loving on both of them. It says the entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, that is to give, or only inhale, which is to receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health and energy and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. Okay? I'm hearing for some of you, you're just in a toxic relationship with a person that no longer is willing to give you whatever it was that you thought they were giving you in the past. But if that doesn't resonate with you, it also can be in any aspect of your life. Okay? Equal give and take. There's got to be reciprocity. You know, who wants to be in a job where you do all the work and nobody else does? Or a relationship where you're doing all the work and nobody else is? You know, or a friendship or a group, you know, community stuff. If you're doing all the giving and there's no balance, and then all the fire in the world living in your belly isn't going to move you in the right direction on the right path until you've balanced all this out. So number 2, I feel like you so far are on the right path. You just have a lot of work to do. Okay? And your path, I feel, is going to change for you. Like you're doing okay, what you're doing. It's going to optimally, once you've gone within and asked Archangel Michael to cut away the cords of all the karmic stuff that is done. You've learned your lesson. You've moved on. You've got to learn your lesson and move on. Purify, detoxify, giving and taking, believing in magic. That's your mantra. True magic is abounding in my life. And look, let your friends help you. Let your friends help you. I'm hearing there's somebody that needs to get out. And they're like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? I'm not ready for this. But the universe is saying, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept help from others. Equal giving and taking. There's a big message here for whoever picked this. Okay? You cannot nurture and take care of everybody. You've got to draw from a well that's full if you're going to care for the thirst of others. And you can't can't forget to take a drink when you need it. So if you're in a bad relationship and you need to move on, Spirit's telling you your path is going to change. Okay, because this King of Fire, this King of Wands, it's a potential that's growing within you. But you're going to have to take a look at what you've sown, what seeds you've planted. You might have to make some changes. You might have to do some tweaking. There's some people that you need to get rid of in your life, or situations in your life that need to be cleared away. But you're definitely, I'm hearing you're moving forward in the right direction, but you're not quite on your path yet because your path is being gently guided. Okay? So your path is going to change, but stay the course. Do the inner work. Okay? Let your friends help you. Let life help you. Let the universe help you. Ask for and be willing to receive. You know? Have an attitude of gratitude. I am grateful, 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 universe, that you are going to help me figure this out, and we are going to move forward with passion in a right direction. And why? Because I listened to my higher self. I listened to my inner voice, which told me that the things that were holding me back don't love me as much as I love them. And there is not, and when I say them, it could be anything, a person or a situation. I'm just using generalized language, which for whatever reason seems to want to come out all tongue-tied today. But I'm going to end this with just a little blessing on you, that you will take a look at what you have sown in the past. And does it and is it worth carrying in to the future? Because it is time for us to let go of everything that does not serve us and move into self-love. Love yourself first, and everything else will just miraculously draw to you. That's the law of attraction. You are who you're waiting for. All right, so number 2, that is your reading. And I believe your answer is stay the course, but be willing to do the work as the Spirit moves you. Because I do feel that Spirit is moving you. Okay, so now in between these ones, I'm going to talk just for a moment so that we can timestamp. And I want to tell you about my contest. My first 1,000 subscribers, I will draw 10 random names. And those names will win a free 20-minute personalized reading with me on many different platforms. I'm just learning, but I will try to accommodate you if I can in any way, shape, or form. We can do it by phone, we can do it by email, we can do a video, we can do Skype, we can do Messenger chat. But my contest is for the first 1,000 subscribers. And then if somebody shares my video with you or refers my channel to you, please give them props underneath in the comments section, because I'm also going to be drawing 5 names from my referrals to also give a free 20-minute reading. So everybody wins. And if you take my daily love vibes and post them on your Facebook every single day, and tell your friends that if they subscribe, to put your name in the bottom, you will get credit for every single person that subscribed because you referred them. So, you could be entered numerous times. It's 1,000 subscribers, so there's 1,000 chances times 1,000, Anyhow, that would really help support me and my channel, and I hope you like my channel. If you do, hit the button, the like button, and subscribe. All right, moving on to number 3. Am I on the right path? Am I on the right path? 3 of air, great sadness, time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. That can be pretty deep. The 3 of Swords. So, you know, somebody's broke your heart. Somebody or something, some situation has broken your heart. And I'm hearing that your path will be cleared for you. But right now it's a time to heal. A time to take a breath. And if there's a third-party situation, which I don't know because I'm not throwing a spread here, I'm just doing pick a card. Sometimes the Three of Swords shows up if there's a third-party situation. If you're romantically involved or married or whatever, and you think that your partner might be stepping out on you, maybe you're thinking about, you know, hiring a detective or moving out or divorcing or whatever, then we're going to take a look at your blocks or what Spirit's bringing you to help you get on the right path. Because I feel like you're heading for the right path, but the path that you've been on has definitely been the wrong path. Okay? So let's take a look at where you're headed, and then we'll sum it up at the end, and I'll tell you whether or not I instinctively feel that you need to change your path. Conditioning. Okay, this is a major arcana, and these cards are a little different, so I want to look it up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this is the Devil card. Conditioning. This is tying yourself down to something that's very toxic. Codependence. It could be addictions. Could be, you know, I kind of feel like you guys might be on the wrong path. And it's okay, because we all wander down the wrong path occasionally. But when you're in the Devil energy and you've got the Three of Swords sticking in your heart, making you bleed all over the place in pain and anguish and shame, and then you got the Devil card right under it, I would definitely have to say that so far you have been on the wrong path. And it might be time to make some changes. Time to look at what is holding you back. What have you chained to yourself? I'm going to share a little story with you real quick here, because I know some people don't like personal stories. But we adopted our children, and my first three are siblings. They were separated. They were 2, 4, and 6 when we got them. And they're all boys, and they're brothers, and they were ripped out of the parents' arms and put into foster care in separate homes. It was a pretty big mess. And when we adopted them and brought them into our home, it was so beautiful to watch these children go from being in a panic state, a brokenness, to finally realizing that it was safe. It was safe. Safe to love, safe to be. But my oldest was 6 at the time. We bought him his first bicycle, taught him how to ride it. And we put a basket on it because he kind of had a thing about possessions. He had been moved around from home to home to home, and they never let him take his possessions with him. So if he had a favorite toy, it got left behind. Or if he had, you know, a favorite baseball card or favorite t-shirt or favorite pair of shoes. So he became very possessive. That's where his brokenness came to the surface. We noticed that, you know, he had to have a basket on his bike, and he would take all of his toys and put them in his basket, or he'd take pieces of string and tie them to him so that the other kids couldn't play with them. Okay, that's the energy of the Devil energy. It's codependence. It's believing that you have to tie things to you in order to have them be balanced and natural. Hey guys, close the door and go downstairs, please. I'm sorry, guys. I do have kids. And animals and birds and trains and anything else that can slow down the process here. Okay, so that's the Devil energy. When you feel like you've got to take everything and tie it to yourself because Maybe you've had such a severe loss in the past that you're just afraid that the universe is going to take everything you own and disappear it on you. That's the devil energy. It's codependence. It's feeling like you can't live without something. It could be money. It could be drugs. It could be food. I mean, addictions are abundant. There are so many to choose from. All right. So if you're in a toxic relationship with a player, somebody that's cheating on you, or if you're in a job that you absolutely hate and you're doing it just for the money, just for the materialistic stuff, you have to realize that when you love yourself and you release to the universe and know that there is abundance all around you, then it's going to magically come to you. And if you feel unlovable, if you feel like you've got to stay in an abusive relationship or a toxic relationship because you're just not good enough, that's bullshit. Okay? So you have definitely been on the wrong path, and we're going to turn over some of these oracle cards to see what Spirit has to say about how we can get you to turn this around, put your feet on the ground, get you moving in the right direction. Okay? So up next, oh, look at this, how beautiful. You guys are going to make me cry because I've been weepy for a couple days now. Look at that card, guys. This is all about transformation. You know, you might feel right now like the caterpillar stuck in the cocoon, just turning to goo. You're at the goo stage, okay? But you have to understand that in order for the caterpillar to turn into this beautiful, beautiful butterfly, it has to go deep, deep into that chrysalis, and it has to do the work. It has to completely allow itself to die and turn to goo, and then trust that nature is going to put it all back together again, and it's going to transform itself. So you guys need to go within. You need to go inside your chrysalis, you know, and you need to allow the inner healing to help. You need to cry the tears. You need to argue with your higher self and ask for clarity, ask for strength, ask for determination. I can't talk today. Ask for determination, and then allow the universe to bless you with this beautiful, beautiful transformation, because you chose wrong. You're on the wrong path. You've been on the wrong path. Maybe now you're moving on to the right path, but it's a time for change. It's a time for transformation. It's a time for allowing yourself to become your highest potential. Okay? What else does Spirit have to say? Worry is a wasted emotion. Worry gets you stuck in that 3 of air. Gets you stuck in devil energy. Because worry literally doesn't fix anything. And on top of that, we are magical manifestors. Wherever we put our thoughts is what we create. So if you're thinking about all the bad stuff in your life, all you're doing is attracting to you more bad stuff. If you go within and you heal yourself and you take a look at why you've been making the choices you've been making and what is broken within you that makes you feel like you have to, like you can't change it, you can't do anything, you're stuck, then it's time. It's time to heal, and it's time to transform, transmute that energy into something much more beautiful, and know that your loved ones, your friends, your family, hopefully you have some of those. I know there's people in this world that don't. Okay, but we're your community. Hit that subscribe button. Talk to me, you know. I do this for you guys. I don't get paid for this, okay? And I'm in this room every single day. Sometimes my videos come out kind of chaotic and a mess, but I'm not giving up, and neither should you. Okay, but worrying isn't going to get you there. Planning will. There's a difference between worry and planning. Worry is coming from a place of lack, feeling like there's nothing you can do. But planning comes from a place of determination and will and manifestation. So make lists of what you want in your life. All right? And sometimes you just got to make a move and just trust that you're going to be taken care of. Fear is pretty crippling. So what else does Spirit have to say? Let go. God, I love the way things come together, don't you? Let go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Here's your mantra for the week, guys. I want you to write this down, and I want you to say it as many times as you can. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. Because, friends, you have been in the wrong stream with the wrong fish, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that's your mantra for the week. Write it down. And then look what happens. As soon as you let go of all this toxic crap, look what comes into your life. Cupid. Go figure. Once you love on yourself, you're going to be so sexy. Trust me. People love to see love on people's hearts and minds. When you love yourself, it shows. And I don't care if you're the most butt ugly person. If God didn't gift you in the looks department, He definitely gifted you in the heart department. So you go within and you expand the love from the heart center out. Love yourself first, and you will become radiant light and more beautiful than you've ever been in your life. You will come out this beautiful butterfly. No more of the ugly caterpillar, which I don't think is ugly, but you know what I mean. It's a concept. Let go of the caterpillar. Be willing to go within the chrysalis, which is really within your soul. Do the healing work. Allow yourself to fall apart and feel the emotions. Cry over them. Yell at them. Tell them all the injustices. You know, they don't have to be in the room. You don't need them. This is between you and you, because we are all one. All right? They are just mirror images of the things that are broken within us. When you fix what's broken within you, all that shit goes away. It doesn't show up in your external life anymore. So, Cupid is on the way when you do the work. It says, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Do the work, guys. It's worth it. It really is. It's a gift, and it's so exciting once you figure it out. All right, last card. You deserve love. See what I mean? Nobody else is going to love you if you don't believe you deserve it. If you tell yourself, I'm not pretty, I'm not handsome, I'm not smart, I'm not tall, I'm not short, I'm not fat, I'm not skinny, I'm not. Stop it. Start saying, I am this, and I am that. I am love. I am light. I am solid. I am fearless. I am determined. I am willful. I am strong. Okay? Because you deserve love, and you are lovable, but it's got to start with you and the man in the mirror, or woman. So that is your reading for pick a card reading. Am I on the right path? And number 3, I would say you're definitely going to move into the right path, because everybody's on the right path. You're always right where you need to be, exactly at the right time, doing the right thing. Sometimes we just need a little wake-up call, a little bit of a nudge from Spirit to remind us to check in with our heart. What's hurting? Why is it hurting? How did I produce this in my life? What areas of my life do I feel broken in? Where do I not love myself? Once you get to the heart of all those problems, you're going to pick another card and another deck, another pile. And it's going to beautifully say that you're exactly where you need to be and you're doing what you need to do. So, I hope you guys like this reading. Hopefully it didn't shut off, because this moon energy has been screwing with my videos. Things have been shutting off, falling off my table. Somebody hit what do you call it? Telephone pole and knocked out my internet, so I couldn't upload my videos. It's just been a mess around here. So I love you. Remember, I love you. And come back and check on me again. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, because you found your tribe.